with love and good cheer. We're waiting on your company. Serve up the eggnog now. Oh, light up the Yule log too. Let's get together and snuggle and sing, caroling until we're blue. This is my time of the year. I'm waiting up for Santa Claus to come tonight. I've been very good, so now I know I'm in the clear. I bet he's gonna bring me every single thing I asked for. Well, come on, everybody join in. Christmas is all around. Well, great jingle, jingle, let's go mix and mingle. Tinsel time is here again. Now go make your Christmas list and then check it once or twice. But don't you despair, 'cause Santa's aware of who's been naughty and who's nice. I'm hoping for some snow. Yeah, that's always so much fun. Oh, we're gonna build a snowman or two, 'cause two is always better than one. There's my mailman, the busy bee, and he could be delivering a big surprise. I'm hoping that he's got a little something for me, from anybody, anywhere, and care of my attention. So come on, everybody join in. Christmas is in the air. Well, great jingle, jingle, let's go mix and mingle. Tinsel time is here again. You can hear the children playing and dashing through the snow.
Jingle, jingle.
The people in town are buzzing around, hoping Santa will show, 'cause they're ready to go. There's my mailman, the busy bee, and he could be delivering a big surprise. I'm hoping that he's got a little something for me, from anybody, anywhere, and care of my attention. So come on, everybody join in. Christmas is in the air. Well, great jingle, jingle, let's go mix and mingle. Tinsel time is here again. Yeah, great jingle, jingle, let's go mix and mingle. Tinsel time is here again. Tinsel time is here again.
Good afternoon, everybody. And, Merry Christmas. If I sound a little off, that's because I basically have a cold and I'm still recovering from it, but I feel like I'm at least well enough to do, like, a little stream. And I've at least have most of my voice back. My nose is not so clogged up. I mean, I'm probably gonna be coughing like every once in a while, but for the most part, I'm fine. So, I hope everybody had a great Christmas and are enjoying their gifts. I know I've certainly enjoyed mine. And I hope everyone's looking forward to the new year. And also, we're gonna take a look at some stuff today. Alright. So, this video, I probably should put it I should put it in my Brenda Benet video, but we could could do a stream on this. Who cares? It's alright. Yeah, it's fine.
Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletale. And here's
Celebrity gossip.
the star of Tattletale, Bert Bundy.
Alright, so basically the contestants for this episode are, oh god. Well, Brenda Benet and her husband Bill, obviously. There's Juliet Mills and her husband, and some lady named Dolly Martin and her husband Dick?
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Tattletale. Nice to have you with us. Sit down, relax. Blues section, Juliet Mills and her husband, Mr. Michael McClendon.
I love the captions, am I right?
Winning money today for the banana section, Dolly Martin and her friend, Dick Martin.
Fred. Yeah. I was right, Dolly Martin. Actually, I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but I was just thinking that there was this autopsy episode Bill Bixby that came out a while ago, and I think she might have been one of the people that was interviewed about him. I could be wrong. I might have to double I could be wrong, but I may have to double check.
Also sometimes known as her husband. Winning money today for the red section, Brenda Benet.
Yeah.
And her husband, Mr. Bill Bixby. It was okay to say friend, Dolly, because you're friends with Dick, aren't you?
Not after the last show yesterday.
Not after the last show yesterday? Well, I hope you can make up
What the fuck? Dude.
today. Then here's the first question, and it's for the fellas. If anybody has anything to add, they may, but we can roll along because your rooting sections are ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
You can hear me. Here you go. Men, $150 for this one. You're at a party with your wife. A guy about your size makes an insulting remark to your wife. How would you handle the situation? Would you tell him off right then and there? Invite him to come outside? Or just take your wife's arm and walk away? Okay? You got the three
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting question.
choices? Would you tell him off right there? Would you invite him to come outside? Or just take your wife's arm and walk away? Off you go. Juliet, what would Michael do in a case like that?
Well, I mean, there's no... First of all, I hope the blue section don't mind that I'm dressed like a banana, but I've forgotten
No.
I got my things crossed. And
No,
so,
no.
All right.
Perfectly.
Well, I know Michael very well.
I'm glad to hear that.
I know him probably better than he knows himself.
Oh, that well.
But anyway,
Also, Juliet Mills, I need to mention this, she not only appeared on Nanny the Professor, but, I think she was also on Passions as Tabitha. You know what? Let me check. Let me double check just to make sure, but I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive she was on Passions. Let me double check. Hell yeah, I was right. She was on Passions. I was right. She was cast on daytime drama passions as Tabitha Lunnett. I was right. She wasn't on Passions. All right. I was right. She was on Passions.
He would tell him off right there and then.
Right then.
Without question.
He'd say it, huh? Oh,
no,
really?
no, he would slug him inside. Never mind. But that's
Never
not
mind,
the question.
inside. No, that's not.
Okay.
You have to make a choice. He will tell him off right then and there.
Yeah.
Does that happen? Was he been known to do that?
It hasn't because, you know, he's so big and he looks kind of... Nobody's actually dead yet, but I know that would happen.
That would happen.
Yeah.
Okay, here he comes now. Michael, there you are at a party with Juliet, and this fella makes an insulting remark. Would you tell him off right
Yeah, that's her second husband, by the way. They will get divorced later on.
then and there? Would you invite him to come outside, or would you take Juliet's arm and walk away?
Well, I think that's pretty simple. With my temper, Bert, right there and then.
You would tell him off, and you got it. That's it. You have a bad temper, do you, Michael?
Oh, yes, she can tell you all about it.
Really? He has a bad temper?
Yes, my father calls him the Black Pirate.
Oh, wait. He really has a temper.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Oh my god. That's funny.
When he gets black,
Sorry.
he just gets madder than hell, and he just looks terrifying. But it doesn't last long, you know, if you can just withstand it for
If you keep
a
ducking,
minute.
you're fine.
Yes.
Thank you, Michael. You're right. Dolly, what will Dick say?
I forgot his name.
Dick. It's Dick.
I was saying David. I don't know
David? No, Dick.
Lady, is this guy your friend or your husband? You gotta pick, man. Holy crap. I don't know if this is a joke or real.
David.
Luckily,
Wait a minute.
luckily
Who's
Dick wasn't
David?
listening.
Now you really got problems now.
Yeah, his favorite line is, "I don't want any trouble." I don't want any trouble. So, and he's also chicken.
Yes.
So, so I think he'd take me firmly by the arm and blame me for talking to the person. He would.
So you must have done something to have him do that
What
to
did
you.
you do?
What did you do? You said you insulted him, and now he insulted you back. Let's get out of here. He'll walk away. I love it. Here
Take
he
my
comes.
arm, yeah.
Take your arm and walk away. David, listen.
That's close enough.
Wait till you see this one on the air, kid. I got a surprise for you. Hey, Dick.
Yes.
What would you do? This fella insults Dolly.
Right.
Now, what are you going to... You're going to tell him off right then and there. Are you going to invite him to come outside, or are you just going to take Dolly's arm and walk away?
I would look him straight in the eye and get very close and kiss him right on the lips.
That would certainly disarm him.
I've found that will stop 90% of all fights.
No, Dick, I think you've misinterpreted the question somewhat.
Okay.
When I said invite him to come outside, I didn't... you see what I mean? Is
I thought you meant to dance.
Huh? What?
I thought we were going outside to dance.
No. What are you going to do now? You're going to tell him off right there?
No, Dick. Bert's asking you if you're gonna tell. He's asking you, are you gonna rip this guy a new asshole? Or are you gonna go outside and beat the shit out of him? That's what he's asking. Dude.
Are you going to invite him to go outside with you, or are you going to take Dolly's arm and walk away?
I would take Dolly's arm and walk away.
That's right.
Also, this is the 70s. Back when homophobia was still pretty prevalent, so I'm shocked that they allowed it to make that kind of remark. Like, holy shit.
He has never defended me.
What?
He has never defended me.
No.
Never defended you?
No.
He always says it's my fault.
He
Right.
does.
And it's bad
That's probably why you two are not fucking married.
enough you have to defend your country. Your wife have to defend this.
And now your wife,
You
too.
can
I mean,
always get another girl.
You got to put a stop to it someplace, right?
Wow! Now I know why you two are not fucking married! Fuck!
Moving right along, Dick, before your section turns ugly
No,
on you.
I'm David.
You're David, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Here's Dan and David. Okay, Brenda, what will Bill say?
I don't know about this one. I would prefer that we walk away myself, but Bill does have a temper, so I have a feeling that he would tell him off, but not get into a physical fight, but he would defend me in that
He
sense.
would tell him off right there.
Yes,
right
I
then and
think
there.
so.
Here he comes, Bill. Bill, what are you going to do now? This fellow makes an insulting remark to Brenda. You're going to tell him off right there? You're going to invite him to come outside? Or are you going to take her arm and walk away?
It's my nature to handle things as they present themselves. I would tell them off right there.
That's it. You got it. Well, that was easy. Everybody got that one. We split it 3 ways. Have a nice 3-way tie to start things off. We'll come back in a moment. Question number 2. It's not going to be...
Oh, shit. Alright, let's take a look at our episode. Fuck, I know it was another episode. CBS Miami, holy shit. Interesting.
Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletale. And here's the star of Tattletale, Bert Conde.
Thank you, everybody, and welcome to Tattletales. Nice to have you with us today. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you very much. That was lovely. Nice way to begin the day.
Alright, let's just skip the fucking intro.
He made an effort to meet you.
Okay, this is the episode I watched. Alright.
You made an effort to meet him, or the two of you met totally by accident. Those are the choices. That's the question. Off you go. Dick, what's the true story? Okay.
I went to this this house.
Huh?
No, that's
What's
another. That was another girl. I wasn't Dolly
I know,
at all.
that was the ranch up
Yeah,
outside
that's
of Reno
right.
there.
That's right. No, actually, now I'm going to give you the circumstances, and then we'll have to figure out what category. A mutual friend introduced us, so that has to be 3, doesn't it?
Now, the two of you met totally by accident?
Well, it wasn't an accident. I mean, we were having
Who
dinner.
made the arrangements?
Jack Carter.
But did he instigate it with you, is what I'm saying? Or with Dolly?
I would think that we were sitting in a restaurant. She came over to the table to say hello to him, and he introduced us. Now, what category would that fall in?
I asked you first, Dick.
Aha! Aha! I thought I could trick you.
Oh my god.
He made an effort to meet you. You made an effort to meet him. Or the two of you met totally by accident.
I'd say it was by accident.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like it, doesn't it?
It's kind of accidental.
You think so, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't cheer yet. Wait till the next half of the question is over. Here comes Dolly. Dolly, what do you think now? Did he make an effort to meet you? Did you make an effort to meet him? Or did the two of you meet totally by accident?
It's very weird, really, but it has to be by accident.
That's it. You got it. Tell me, I think all of America at this moment is saying, how weird was it? You said it was total. It was kind of weird. What was weird?
Well, we met in a restaurant with Jack Carter, and then Dick went away, and then it took him 8 weeks to call me and tell me he loved me. I'd never met him before, you know what I mean? Very strange.
He called you 8 weeks later and said, hello, how are you? This is Dick Martin, and I love you.
Yeah, because he knew I was mad. It took him 8 weeks for him to he really wanted to date me, you see, but it took him 8 weeks to do it. You know what I mean?
To it.
It's a bit dodgy.
You don't want to rush into this.
There were others.
There were others in between.
Oh?
Yeah. Sure, he wasn't just sitting
I
at
know
home.
about one of them.
Who was it?
An English girl, too.
Really? What was her name?
Is she British? She kind of sounds British.
He's laughing, but his tears are filling up. Look at his eyes.
I don't want
In
Blake
fact, I
Edwards
know
to
two
find
of them.
Oh, you know two of them. It's getting better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dolly. You're right. Anyway, we're going to move along before we get in more trouble, Bill.
Dude, you're about to get your ass kicked on national TV. Shut up.
What will Brenda say?
I don't know what she'll say exactly, but when we met under the strangest of circumstances, in that it were really as though it came out of a book. We met, get ready for this, bananas. We met at the Deb Star Ball. I was an escort of another lady, and she was being escorted by another gentleman.
Yes.
But during the rehearsal, I saw her. But I would have to say by accident, by nature of the fact that the event brought us together.
Right. I think that's a very good account. Would you
Almost
like to tell
unbelievable.
us who you were with at the Debs?
I was with Meredith McCrae.
Aha. Well, but she wasn't married to Greg then. It's okay.
That's
Come on.
okay, yes.
Oh, it's all right. Okay.
Lovely
Oh, I think I know who that is. I think she died of cancer.
lady.
You were with Meredith, and Brenda was with who's Meredith?
I didn't know or
Brenda.
care.
Oh.
Oh! Oh my God, dude, Bill!
Isn't that funny? He remembers who he was with, but not who she was with. You will say by accident then.
I will have to say by accident.
Here she comes now. Brenda, how did it go now? How did you two meet? The most accurate statement would be he made an effort to meet you, you made an effort to meet him, or the two of you met totally by accident.
Well, since we happened to be working on the same show together, I would have to say it was by accident.
That's it. You didn't have to say it, but you did. And you're absolutely right. Michael, what will Juliet say?
I have to ask you for that answer because I think we were on a blind date. We were set up on a blind date. So what category would you put this?
Oh yeah, actually...
This in?
Well, did you arrange for the blind date, or did a friend arrange?
A friend, mutual friend.
A man or a
arranged.
woman?
A man.
A man arranged a blind date
Yeah.
for you with Juliet.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't really want to answer it, but what do you think? Did you make an effort? Did she make an effort, or was it by accident?
I think by accident.
Okay, let's. I think that's.
Yeah.
I think
That could.
No. What do you care, Blues? You already got your money. The guy was there saying, "No, that's not right." Leave him alone. It's for the red section to say that. All right, here she comes. Juliet, what would you say? Now, what is the most accurate statement as to how you first met? He made an effort to meet you, you made an effort to meet him, or you met totally by accident?
Well, I would say he made an effort to meet me.
No, that's not what Michael said. Would you like to explain that, Michael, to Juliet?
Explain it, Michael.
How? What effort now, please?
Well, you told me that you used to watch Nanny and the Professor long before we ever met.
Believe everything people
Oh!
tell you.
Moving right along, folks.
I'd like
Sorry
to know
about
who
that.
Brenda was with.
Huh?
I'd like to know who Brenda was
Brenda,
with.
who were you with at the Deb's ball?
Oh, goodness. Peter Brown.
Peter Brown.
Who the fuck is Peter Brown?
Another friend.
Days of your...
Hey. Days of our...
Go back. I
Yeah,
forgot.
isn't that funny? It's all very insular, isn't it? Hollywood's a
I
small
was
town.
We are inbred.
Yes.
I was with Don Silverstein.
You were with
you
who?
there? Don Silverstein.
You were there too?
You don't know who he is, do you?
No.
Nobody else does, too.
That's okay.
He's a nice guy.
Dolly and Dick, Brendan, Bill split the opening pot in half. We'll come back in a minute.
Alright, let's skip this shit.
That's really a hard question.
That's probably why we asked it.
Well, I would say he would prefer to be a guest.
You would?
Do you think so?
Why do you think so?
Well, Well, you have to work so hard when you're a host, you
True.
know, get all the drinks and that. And he likes to go and just enjoy himself. So
Yeah,
I
right.
think.
So he'll
guest.
say a guest.
Be better.
Do you have a lot of parties? Do you throw parties? Do you
Not big parties. We have usually just like 8 or 10 because I cook and he has to serve the drinks.
She's the best,
So-
she's the best cook.
She's a good cook?
Oh, is she ever a good cook?
Really? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe you'll get an
Thank you,
invite. I'm
darling.
going to say it too. He'll say a guest. Here comes
I
Michael.
hope he does.
Michael, which would you rather be, the host of your own party or a guest at somebody else's?
Host. I think host.
No, that's not what Juliet said. She said a guest. Why would you rather be a host, Michael?
Well, at least I have things to do and I can keep busy.
Oh, that's very close to what Juliet said. It's about as opposite as you can get in that answer.
Oh, Michael, I thought you liked to go and just have a good time instead of
have you
serving
been?
all those drinks.
Where have you been for the last 8 months?
She's been going to parties while you've been home having dinner, having
Probably.
guests over.
Probably.
Sorry about that, Michael.
Sorry about
Dolly,
that.
what will Dick say?
Well, I think Dick's going to say that he'd rather it was his home. He was the host.
Host.
Because if he passes out, he doesn't have to drive home. No.
You mean, of course, passing out from all that roast beef and stuff is what you mean.
No.
Overeat.
From the-
No,
from the-
booze. I got
No,
it.
well,
Okay.
you see, no, we see, if he has to leave and go home, then
Sure.
I've either got to drive and I've got to stay correct,
Yes.
or he's got to, which is a drag, you know?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, can't get arrested for drunk driving.
Believe me, I understand.
Right.
We all understand that. You say that he would rather be the host because it's safer.
Yeah.
Here he comes now. Dick, which would you rather be, the host of your own party or a guest at somebody else's?
Oh, there's no contest here. A guest.
No. No contest, eh?
Oh, no.
Why?
Why did you say that, Dick?
I'd rather just walk in, say hello, have a drink, and split.
Uh-huh.
That's
Dick,
the way to live.
Dick, how about those times when you have to leave? Remember, and you said, "Thank God we had it here. I can just go to bed now."
Well, that's when I was passing out.
That's it. Now you got it.
That's
Now
a different thing.
Now you're cooking.
But I can pass out just as easily at their house.
Sorry about that, Dick. But thank you, sir. Very informative, isn't it? I mean, who needs modern screen? You can get it all right here. Brenda, what will Bill say?
Well, I'm really wrestling with this one because he doesn't like parties. If it was at somebody else's home, possibly we could go early and leave early. You know, just make your appearance and move out while everybody else is gathering. Then they never know that you left. But on the other hand, if he's at home, he's perhaps more comfortable there. But he does not like groups, so this is really tough. I'll say somebody else's home. How does that sound?
He'd rather be a guest, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, he'll be a guest. Here he comes now. Bill, I don't want to put you under any pressure, of course, but no one has this question correct. You can now get another $150 for the bananas. They are leaning forward even as I speak in their seats. Which would you rather be, sir, the host of your own party or a guest at somebody else's?
Party? I would say I would rather be the host.
That's not what the lady said.
I would like to tell you why.
Well, tell us why. The bananas don't really care at all, but tell us why.
Well,
Yes.
in the first place, we are not party-minded in any sense of the word. So
That part you got right.
yeah, okay. Now, if it were Dick and Dolly having the party, it is a pleasure to go out because they are such elegant hosts.
Yes.
Yes.
And they make it so comfortable
That's what
for
I
their
was
guests.
thinking, yes.
But Brenda and I consider a party of one other couple at dinner the biggest party we attend.
Yeah.
And at our home, we can control it.
Yes.
So that's, but it's a wrong answer. And
It is still wrong, and it's getting wronger all the time. This $150 will then go over to our next question, which is normally worth $300. Now will be worth 450 big ones. And we'll come back in a moment and play.
Alright. Okay.
Directly. Off you go. I always try to answer the question, too, and I was thinking before the show if Ann had ever left me a long... I got up once, and I remember there was a long letter by the bedside that started out, "Dear Stupid." True. Has that ever happened to you, Bill?
No, Brenda has never she's written me many letters, 3 of which I carry with me all the time, but always on a positive basis. The only time she ever commits herself that way, if it is to be of a positive or a gentle nature. But anger or wanting to get something across to me would be immediate, so that it isn't carried into an ulcer.
Right. Could be an ulcer almost instantly. So the answer is no, she has never done that.
Is that the answer?
I don't. That's kind of the gist of what I got.
That's right. No.
You say no. Let's see what she says. Have you ever been so angry, Brenda, that you angry, Brenda?
It's tough, I know.
That you wrote him a note instead of talking to him directly? Thank God I can read these things.
Yes. Boy, I've written notes before, but on reflection after a discussion, so I'd have to say out of anger, no.
That's what he said. You're right. Absolutely correct. Bill, you said you have 2 letters that do you carry them around?
3.
3.
Wow.
Yes.
Really? Do you have them on you? No?
I have them in my dressing room, and that's being protected because of the letters.
Aha.
No, I just carry them because every now and then when I'm alone or on the road, it's very nice to take one out on a flight and read it and remember how much your lady loves you.
Gee, isn't that a lovely thing? Carry love letters around? You won the pot, you won the hearts of America, right? All in one, right there. Michael, what would Juliet say?
What was the question?
She said, no, that's not what she'll say.
Alright, we're basically done here. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on, people. Oh god, this is fucked.
NFL Sunday Ticket is now starting at $39 for the rest of the 23 season. So, you can watch your favorite team in the race to the playoffs, even if you're the only fan around. Sign up now.
You signed up to run a marathon? You don't even like running errands. You pulled your...
Fousey does the one-chip challenge.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's licking the fingers.
Water! I would never understand these people that would do the one-chip challenge. Like, why do you want to do that shit? That's awful. Water! So basically, this compilation is about all the crazy ass shit that Fouseytube does. It's crazy.
Oh, practice taekwondo, it helps. Twerk, it helps. I hate y'all. It won't go away. Give me something.
What do you want?
This is...
Do you want a piece of cheese?
Slurpee!
Yes. Not my Slurpee. Oh my god.
Ew. Oh my god. My god, this clip makes me want to grab some Coke. God.
Oh my god.
You should have got milk. Do you guys realize you didn't even take the whole chip?
Shut up! My stomach now, the stomach's starting to hurt.
Wait, guys, get in the shower.
No, yeah, that's a good idea. It's getting hot again! Slurpee, please!
This is ridiculous, dude. This is so ridiculous.
Some girls think it's funny to hit Fousey, so he goes off on them.
He said that. Hey, he said. Oh my god. Yeah, right here. Wait.
I said, yup.
Wait, and I said.
Yup.
I said. Yup.
Hey! Yo, don't ever put your fucking hands on me again. If I can't touch a female, don't put your fucking hands on me ever again. I'm serious. No, I'm not gay. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know what some of these girls that would go around, slapping heinous guy when they have to know how utterly unstable and volatile this guy is. Like, shit. It's pretty well documented how extremely volatile this guy is. I don't know if he's bipolar or he's just crazy or what, but there's something off about him.
Don't put your hands on another man.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Hold on.
Hey, you drunk fuck. Don't put your hands on another man. Yeah, I got offended. If I slapped you, what would happen right now? If I slapped the dog shit out of you, what would happen? I'm not like that, but what would happen? Don't put your hands on me. Have some respect. Have some respect. Have some respect. And I'm not talking about the respect you have on the streets. You should get the fuck off the streets. Before I break that, you ain't got money to pay me back for it. You ain't got money to pay me back for it. You ain't got money to pay me back for it.
Oh yeah, you think you want some?
Oh yeah, you're showing your very noble of you. God loves you.
God, I would never hang around these types of people. This is why I'm a homebody, folks. This is why I'm a homebody. I don't want to deal with people like this. God, this is horrible.
Yeah, you ain't got no mom. You ain't got no dad. You ain't got no mom. You ain't got no dad. You shut the up. You ugly as You're ugly as
You know, it's pretty interesting, like, in the clips from Tattletale that I just showed you, like, compared to this, like, you see, like, the celebrity panelists, like, they gave very classy and eloquent answers to questions that Bert Convoy is posing. And then you see, like, Fouseytube, he's literally screaming, swearing, cursing at the girls, and yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs. Like, my God, have some class, people. Shit. I mean, I curse too, but at least I know when to have class. Shit.
Oompa Loompas, leave! Bye, Oompa! Bye, Loompa!
Fousey doesn't want to take any more pictures with fans.
Hey guys, no more pictures when I'm at Caravana. Nobody come to me to take pictures. I don't want to feel bad when I say no to you. I want to go dance and have fun. You get a picture? Alright, of course.
Fireworks scares the hell out of Fousey.
Okay, this is funny. Okay, this is a really funny clip. Ready? Watch.
Oh my god! Oh my god, guys! Oh my god!
I thought I got shot. I thought I got
Oh my god! That is... Oh my god, his reaction is literally giving me like an asthma attack. I'm having a fucking asthma attack over here. Dude, it's over the top. It's just freaking fireworks. Even I'll react this badly to fireworks. And I'm autistic and loud noises scare the shit out of me. Oh my god.
shot. Oh my God. Wait, did you hit the yeah, I thought I got shot. Bad. I thought I got
Give me watches again.
Oompa Loompas, leave!
Just give me a bit. Alright, just give me a bit. Just have to... Alright. Just give me a bit. Alright. Just give me a bit.
Bye, Oompa! Bye, Loompa!
Fousey doesn't want to take any more pictures with fans.
Hey guys, no more pictures when I'm at Caravana. Nobody come to me to take pictures. I don't want to feel bad when I say no to you. I want to go dance and have fun. You get a picture? Alright, of course.
Fireworks scares the hell out.
I love what he's telling, his viewers. I don't want pictures of fans because I want to go out and have fun. And then literally the minute a fan asks him for a picture, he's like, alright, whatever. Like, pick a lane, dude. Oh my god. Oh man.
out of Fousey.
Oh my god, guys! Oh my god!
I thought I got shot.
I thought I got shot.
Wait, wait, did you hit this?
Yeah, I thought I got shot. I thought I got shot. I thought I got shot.
that? A firework!
While taking a lie detector test, Fousey gets asked if he's ever thought about doing a gay act.
Have you ever thought about doing something sexual with the same sex?
Ooh, that was a good question.
Wait, his eyes lit up.
No. That's true.
Oh,
Sorry. Oh my god.
Hey, John, thanks for covering for me on that one. I appreciate it.
Fousey almost gets kicked out of a store after he starts spazzing out because his
Oh my god. Oh my god, what clown?
mod won't ban a troll donator.
Fousey, don't test me. Him getting angry. Stop trying to forget the fact that
Nick,
you
ban
lied
him.
to us about your
Nick,
sobriety.
ban him, dog. Nick! God fucking damn it, Nick. God fucking damn, Nick. You fucking dumb fuck. I just broke the speaker because you're dumbass.
Fousey taught me.
No. I'm sorry. I'll come down. I will. I'm sorry. Don't call security. That's so weak.
Don't call security, that's so weak. Oh my lord.
Did you know that Google is the first place shoppers look for new products?
Fousey's react.
Just hang on a sec. Oh god. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna need to take a coke break for my throat. Oh god. Dear Lord Almighty. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Just give me a bit. Just give me a bit. Alright. Alright, just give me a bit. I'll be right back.
Tinsel time is here again, so put up your Christmas tree. Fill up the house with love and good cheer. We're waiting on your company. Serve up the eggnog now. Oh, light up the Yule log too. Let's get together and snuggle and sing, caroling until we're blue. This is my time of the year. I'm waiting up for Santa Claus to come tonight. I've been very good, so now I know I'm in the clear. I bet he's gonna bring me every single thing I asked for. Well, come on, everybody join in. Christmas is all around. Well, great jingle, jingle, let's go mix and mingle. Tinsel time is here again. Now go make your Christmas list and then check it once or twice. But don't you despair, 'cause Santa's aware of who's been naughty and who's nice. I'm hoping for some snow. Yeah, that's always so much fun. Oh, we're gonna build a snowman or two, 'cause two is always better than one. There's my mailman, a busy bee, and he could be delivering a big surprise. I'm hoping that he's got a little something for me, from anybody, anywhere, and care of my attention. So come
guys, I'm back. Alright, let's get moving.
Action to being called psychopath.
Canadians are kind.
Let's get the.
I was just at Carabana. I'm sorry. I know, but you're not letting me finish my story.
What are you gonna do?
You're freaking out for no reason.
Okay, game 7. What are you doing? We're gonna.
What are you doing in that moment?
Big 3.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's my. So what I'm saying is, this is your G7 moment. There's 0.4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm very aggressive. I'm sorry. I'm very aggressive. Oh, don't need it. All right. I'm sorry for bothering you guys. Have a good day. God bless. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You should call me a psychopath.
Fousey tries to pick up a girl and gets rejected.
You live here? Yeah. Is that Priscilla? I got it. I already saved it under my phone, my contacts. I just didn't put the number in. Can you add the number?
No, I don't have
You don't have a phone? What year are you living in? You're capping. Your phone's right there. You just curved me. I'm sick to my stomach. I don't even want to eat at this establishment. Let's go somewhere else.
Fousey burns a jersey in the middle of the street while talking about how YouTube ruined his life. He's burning the jersey because Gideon donated, telling him to do it.
YouTube ruined my life. So I said, fuck YouTube. I'm going to kick. It's all part of my plan. Fuck YouTube. I just want to watch the world burn.
Can somebody please explain to me what the hell is the appeal of Fouseytube? Because I've never really understood it. I don't understand what's so appealing about this guy. I mean, what's so appealing about this guy? He sucks. My God, he's so awful. Yeah, I have enough of his shit. Alright, let's move on. So, actually, I was gonna watch Gino Samuel's videos, but we'll just do that another time, because we really don't have time right now.
Hello.
Alright. Let's see. We're gonna take a look at Fouseytube's videos. They're documenting, like, Chris Chan's life, and they're actually really good. They're very good. They're very well made. So, the first episode is Love Quest. Let's check it out.
NFL Sunday Ticket is now starting at $39 for the rest of the 23 season. So, you can watch your favorite team in the race to the playoffs, even if you're the only fan around. Sign up now.
As we've been looking at the story of Ezra and Nehemiah, the pattern of our ancient immigration back to the land, both then
we got 4 times out of Christian's room. Holy shit. I don't know what's going on. They're in Christian, they're in.
So yeah, this video series is it's called The Legacy of Chris Chan. That's basically what it is.
Oh my God. They're arresting her.
A day that will live on in infamy.
Sorry. Yeah, they're arresting Chris Chan here at the hotel. Chris Chan, what's up?
Give it up, Chris Chan.
Give it up. Save yourself, girl. That shirt will help you. You're beautiful.
Chris Chan, we're signed you, and there you go.
Is the car locked?
think so. Yeah, you appear to be compliant.
Inside you, your goddess blue heart, and I continue to stand strong, and I maintain everything with quick fill in my side shoes and those shoes and everybody.
Yeah, you're live to about 3,000 people right now, Chris J.
At 6 p.m. on August the 1st, 2021, Chris Chan was arrested under suspicion of sexual abuse.
YouTube personality called Chris Chan.
Christine Chandler.
Arrested in Virginia.
Pretty tough charges.
Yeah, so one main reason why I remember this period so well is because this is around the same time that Felice Sampler died. So when this Chris Chan shit was going down, I was still dealing with her death. Like, I was still pretty shook up by her death, and then this shit happens on top of that. So Felice Sampler dies of a fucking heart attack. Chris Chan gets arrested for basically screwing his mom. And I got COVID while visiting my brother in San Diego. And Jill Lily has another baby. So it was a hell of a year that time.
Pretty dark story.
The accused sex criminal
Against a family member.
Incest.
Chris Chan has often been called the most documented person of all time, and
I love that he was on Fox. Tucker Carlson's probably... He probably used Chris Chan as a sample of how, homosexuals are nothing but degenerates when that's actually not true. Gay people, they're actually normal. But Chris Chan, he's a totally different animal.
and as ridiculous as that sounds, it may not be far from the truth. With thousands of forum posts, hundreds of YouTube videos, and an entire Wikipedia dedicated to her antics, Chris has fascinated the internet ever since she was discovered in 2007. But nobody knew then what she would eventually become.
Pickle suited.
Feeling good? How's the last few days been? I know it's been pretty stressful.
It's stressful, but I'm taking it one moment at a time, and I got my loves.
Well, that's good.
Josh Boone, did you dirty? Oh, well, that's just the one thing. That's a kid. Feel free, just go ahead and take it. I just a picture of Muffins from My Little Pony.
Last quest is over, Chris.
I promise I was not thinking that. It fell off my bag. I did not want to.
I love how Chris Chan, he's literally talking to the cops. And they're just standing there. They're just chilling. They're literally just standing there and chilling while he's blabbing and talking to the cops about his usual fucking nonsense.
I have no way to like I said, crispy. There you go. That felt good.
Ew. Dear Lord. Oh,
God. Christine, is the merge coming?
Alright.
It's happening now. We're on the verge.
The merge, it's happening right now, isn't it?
Right now, it is.
We're living it.
It's happening right now.
Farewell, Chris Chan!
Can I say how much I love the editing on this? The editing and the pacing, it's stupendous. It's incredible. It flows pretty well, in my opinion. God, this is amazing!
On February 24th, 1982, in Charlottesville, Virginia, Christopher Weston Chandler was born. His parents were Robert, age 54, and Barbara, age 40. Chris was a relatively healthy baby, but it didn't take long before his parents realised that something wasn't right. Chris was significantly delayed in his ability to speak. He blames this developmental delay on a traumatic event that he experienced at the young age of 18 months. According to Chris, an abusive babysitter named Roach became annoyed after being interrupted on the phone and locked him in a dark room filled with nothing but toys. This event caused such a disturbance that Chris wouldn't speak another word until age 7. Chris was...
My God. Poor Chris. He was basically saddled with parents that basically didn't know what to do with him. You know, I had a daddy that was... He was middle-aged. He was like... My daddy was 45 when I was born, but he wasn't nearly as old as Bob. My mom, my birth mom, she was 36 when she had me. So, I was basically at, like, the cutting off point. 36. And, I was the same way as Chris. Like, I didn't speak at all till I was, like, 4. When I wanted something, I would, like, point and, like, babble, like, cry, moan, scream. I would go like, like when I wanted something like food and water. Thank God that I have parents that loved me and cared for me and they wanted the best for me. And if Chris had that, if Chris at least had parents that wanted the best for him, that were willing to fight to give him the best possible chance at life, maybe he wouldn't be in this mess now. But from my understanding, I think Bob, at least he wanted better for Chris. He was not perfect by any means, but I think he at least wanted better for Chris. That's why he wrote that letter in the attic or basement or whatever it was. He built that workshop and he wrote that letter like dedicated to Chris. He wanted Chris to have like a better life than he did. And it's funny because he and my daddy, they share some similarities. Like, Bob liked classical music. Daddy likes classical music. He likes the oldie but goodies music. Although nowadays, Daddy's obsessed with, it's Chinese and Korean movies. He won't stop watching them. But anyways, and they both hold very conservative, hardline conservative Republican views. But that is because Bob, he's a southerner, and my daddy's Cuban, and they're from different cultures, but they have very similar values. Very similar views on things.
He wasn't silent, however, and would continue to babble, cry, moan and scream, much to the distress of his parents. At some point during his childhood, Chris was taken to James Madison University for speech therapy. At age 5 or 6, Chris was diagnosed with autism.
Television's #1 new comedy is back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian Weston Chandler, alias Christopher, and I am autistic. I'm functionally autistic. In this animation, with Wikipedia facts and book diagrams, and in my own words and opinion, we will look into autism, what it is, possible causes, and treatments and cures, and how we autistics should be treated and respected in real life social situations. First, autism. What is it? In a nutshell, it is a malfunction
I'm not gonna lie to you, animation is cute.
in the neural development that impairs social interactions, communication, and restricted or repetitive behaviors. In the brain, autism affects many parts. Autism occurs pre-birth, sadly, in mutated genetics within the chromosomes, which can happen when a pregnant mother smokes, binges, takes drugs, or certain meds, and other non or real environmental factors. Ladies, get off the drugs now.
Newsflash, Chris. My mother did neither of that shit, and yet I still end up with autism. But then again, yo, I was basically a high... Sorry. Then again, yo, when she was pregnant with me, it was basically a high-risk pregnancy. And she actually spent the last couple months of her pregnancy, in bed. She was basically bedridden because she had this condition called placenta previa. I think it's when the placenta blocks the cervix or something. Actually, that was one of the main reasons why I ended up being delivered by emergency C-section. I was born like at 28 weeks. I was early. A lot of people in my family, including my uncle, my uncle, to this day, he calls me the miracle baby. Because I really was a miracle.
Another factor lies in the father's age upon child conception. Dudes, have your children before like 40 or 50.
At least my daddy had me before he turned 50. He had that going for him.
Common symptoms of autism include and should be observed to notice little to no eye contact, malcommunication with delayed babbling, unusual gestures, low responsiveness. Try calling their name. In that young age, they seldom respond if they have autism. As well as unsynced atypical vocal patterns. They also will have lack of intuition of other people, lack of attention to social stimuli, and little to no smiling. Parents and guardians should be very watchful and cautious of any autistic symptoms, as they can be obvious by the age of 3 years old. I myself spoke first at 6 weeks with the word monkey.
Yeah, sure, Chris. You know, it's funny. I remember seeing at least one picture of me with my grandma as a baby. And I'm clearly smiling in that picture. So, I guess that's true to some degree. So yeah, I actually didn't speak until I was like 4. my daddy was actually so worried about me not talking. He actually took me to an audiologist because he thought I was deaf at one point. But I could hear. So yeah. Actually, that was like the same age that I first learned to read too. And I love reading. To this day, I still love to read.
In an attempt at saying mommy. My vocabulary and speech grew great until I stopped talking at 1.5 years old, and I did not speak again until when I was 7. In worst cases, self-destructive behavior such as self-cutting, hurting others, and bullying possibly may be apparent. Fortunate for me, I do not go into self-destructiveness. I do not hurt myself, and I do not hurt others.
I mean, when I was going to school, I would see other autistic kids. They get aggressive and start attacking other people. There was one particularly infamous incident where this kid, he whacked a teacher on the knee with a chair. So, yeah. And when I was a kid, I threw tantrums a lot. Yo, I was a spoiled little shit. I threw tantrums a lot. But Mom basically tamed me. She made me civilized, so.
Feeling restricted is also common. Staying within their comfort zones with ritualistic behavior, and such. And with repetition in play, we may as well be walking around in circles for infinity time.
During his early childhood, Christopher would often play with his next-door neighbour, Sarah Hammer. Chris considered her to be his closest friend during this period. However, Sarah would sometimes bully Chris. For example, she once told him that Casper the Friendly Ghost was hiding under her house. When Chris went to explore the crawl space, Sarah locked him in until her father rescued him 30 minutes later. At age 5,
that doesn't sound like a good friend to me.
Chris started kindergarten at Greene County Primary School. It's unknown how well Chris got along with the other children, or how well he did in his early classes, but one can assume he had a difficult time, still being unable to speak a single word. That is, until 1989, 2nd grade. Chris and his mother, on one of their weekly trips to the toy store, started reading aloud the packaging of various toys together. And so, after 6 years of barely speaking, Chris began his life of constant oversharing. In 1990, Chris graduated from Greene County Primary School and transferred to Nathaniel Green Elementary School. But during the 4th grade, Chris would once again experience a traumatic event. According to Chris, the school staff were unable to properly handle autistic children, and after becoming frustrated, 5 teachers pinned him to the ground and recorded his cries for help. He further alleges that the principal forced Chris to sit on his lap and said things that made him uncomfortable. While these claims were never verified,
I mean, I could definitely see, the teachers holding him down and restraining him, especially if he was being aggressive and out of control, but those other claims, I don't think they're true.
Chris's parents pulled him from public school during the 5th grade and took the case to Greene County Court. When Greene County suggested that Chris be sent to a special needs school, his parents relented and moved Chris to Richmond so he could continue his education in a different school system.
Yeah, Chris obviously needed specialized help, but his parents didn't want him to be in a special ed class because, to them, that meant like putting him in a mental institution, because that was the kind of thinking that was prevalent at the time. And I think if at least Chris got help for his autism at that point in time, he probably would have been better equipped to deal with the issues in his life. He would have been better able to he would have been able to socialize and communicate with other people. So at least he would have been like a little more normal, for lack of a better word. But again, his parents didn't know any better. It's just fucking plain old ignorance. And it's sad. Like, every time they were presented with a choice, they made the wrong choice, like, every single fucking time. And it's sad. It really hurt Chris in the long run. It really hurt him in the long run. It really did.
Going back to what you can do for your autistic child, you can do a number of things, but of course the most important thing is to positively, emotionally encourage them. And try and give them hugs anyway, even if they don't want it. They will feel the love eventually, because I know I have. My mom never stopped hugging me. You can, and of course there's also therapy, psychiatry, and special autism places. I highly encourage mainstreaming them, letting them be normal, letting them try to fit in with the normal places, like high school and middle school. I fit in perfectly after I so did, but never ever send them to a mental institution. It's just wrong. It's a dark, evil place.
Irony!
I was almost forced into there once, but my parents would not have it.
You know what's funny? For the time I was in the first grade, or probably before that, I was in special ed. And, it started in the 3rd grade, although my parents would argue it was actually the 4th grade, but I remember clearly it was in the 3rd grade. I started getting mainstreamed. And I remember when I would visit these mainstream normal classes, like, all I did was, like, sit in a little corner on the beanbag, taking books off the bookshelf and just reading whatever I could get my hands on. And sometimes I would go to, the board and just scribble shit on the board. And my parents, I guess they saw something in me, and they were afraid that I was basically regressing in special ed classes, and they wanted me to be more mainstream, and they fought for me to be in mainstream classes. my parents to thank, ironically, because if they haven't done that, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. By the time I was in the 5th grade, I improved so much that I was even given special recognition by my school, and I even won a bike, which I never used, by the way. I never rode that stupid bike, because I never learned how to ride a bike, but I had a scooter that I would love riding, that I really loved, and I was so upset when my parents gave it away. But because I love that scooter. So yeah, there was this scooter that I had that I really loved. I loved riding it. When my parents, they used to have this property and the keys before they had to sell it because my dad had a heart attack. I would go out and just ride around the property, ride around the neighborhood on my scooter. I love that scooter, and yeah, so I was upset when my parents just gave it away. But now I probably won't even have time to ride a scooter anyway, so maybe it was for the best, but I have happy, fond memories of that scooter. Yeah. So, maybe that's the main difference between Chris and me. I had loving parents, he didn't. My parents are not perfect. They made a shit ton of mistakes. So many mistakes I can't even tell you, but they always want what's best for me. And I thank them for always believing in me and never giving up on me. So, yeah.
In December 1992, Christopher experienced what he continues to consider one of the most significant events in his life. Chris and his father went to see the Leonard Bernstein Symphony Orchestra, a fully animatronic bear orchestra. The Leonard Bernstein character is designed to be fully interactive, engaging with the audience at times. What happens next was picked up by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Since this was early in the Christmas season, on a Thursday afternoon, the crowd was light, Chandler said. The conversation between Leonard and Christopher Weston Chandler lasted on and off between songs, about an hour. Christopher was spellbound. Something unusual happened during that conversation. When Leonard Bernstein, in a decidedly British accent, asked Christopher his name, the bear must have misunderstood what the boy replied. Chris himself expands in a DVD slideshow about his early life. When the conductor asked me my name, I told him Christopher, but apparently he was English since he misunderstood me and called me Christian. The name change settled in. Originally when I was born, my father wanted to name me Christian, but he chickened out and named me Christopher. From that day forward, Chris would prefer the name given to him by God and the bear. Like many kids his age, Chris enjoyed cartoons, toys, and video games. He was particularly fond of the Sonic the Hedgehog character, considering Sonic to be a lifelong hero since 1990.
That's funny. I was a big fan of Pokemon, and he likes Pokemon too. I was also a big fan of Nickelodeon cartoons and Cartoon Network and Disney. I love those. I've been a big fan of those companies, networks, where you want to call it, for basically my entire life.
In 1993, Sega held a sweepstake contest to promote the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. Chris was one of the few winners and was awarded a $1,000 shopping spree at KB Toys. This was picked up by local news, and Chris...
KB Toys? I never even knew about KB Toys. When I was a kid, I would go to Toys R Us. That was my jam.
Chris made his very first appearance on video.
Finally tonight, Sonic the Hedgehog is running wildly in the Chandler household this weekend. 12-year-old Christian Chandler of Charlottesville was the winner in a video game shopping spree. Christian is one of only about 100 winners nationally to receive $1,000 worth of Sega games and equipment. Christian is autistic, but his entering the contest completely of his own accord was a sign to his parents of how well he is getting along.
What I had to do was exactly watch Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it and write it down for a whole week, and then I had to mail it in and I had to be drawn out of a hat and I just won.
And Christian's father says it only takes a few hours for him to master an electronic game and then move on to another. I can't master any of them. That's it for now.
Winning this contest further cemented Chris's loyalty to the Sonic brand and kick-started his habit of entering contests.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together.
When Chris graduated from middle school in 1996, he received a letter from his favourite teacher, Mrs. Sanford. Well, it's been 3 years now at Providence, and it's all over. Where has the time gone to? The most important parting words I can leave you with, well, are to always remember this. You show people where your weak points are located, then they will know how to push your button. If you never show them, they will never know. I hope you will have an enjoyable summer and come back to visit. Do your very best at Manchester. Put your best foot forward and treat others as you wish to be treated. According to Chris,
if only he took her advice. If only if he listened to her advice.
His time at Manchester High School was the best period of his entire life. Chris had few friends up until this point, but in high school this all seemingly changed. Chris had always preferred the company of girls, and at Manchester High School he had a group of female friends called his gal pals, who Chris would spend time with. Chris claims to have achieved high grades throughout high school, even receiving the honour roll every single year. Chris especially enjoyed learning Spanish. Like many students studying another language, he would adopt an alternate name to better immerse himself
Yeah, according to this, that's all fucking lie.
in another culture. Chris chose the name Ricardo. His enthusiasm for Spanish would sometimes seep into other classes. For instance, in one of his English assignments, Chris begins writing in English before switching to broken Spanish halfway through.
I don't even speak Spanish fluently, but I'm pretty sure I could probably write Spanish better than he does.
In his junior year at high school, Chris recorded himself reading a poem he wrote for one of his classes. This poem borrows heavily from Walt Whitman's Song of Myself and quickly devolves into an autobiographical retelling of Chris's life up until this point. This is the first video produced by Chris, titled Song of Christian.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christian Chandler Show. Now here he is, the host of the most, Christian Chandler. And I'm gonna express my feelings a little bit, so please don't laugh. I'll feel embarrassed.
Much of the video is spent giving context to his poem. Chris shows off his homemade video game magazine.
Here it is, my homemade Nintendo Power magazine. Actually, that's just a cover. I'm working on it on the insides, like a regular Nintendo Power magazine. When I'm done, it should have 108 pages on the front cover and the back cover. Right now I'm only on page 35. I'll show you the pages are inside it.
He flips to a page about his first original character, Bionic the Hedgehog, which came to Chris as an epiphany after being hit in the face with a basketball.
No. And then I have science fun that helps. Of course, Tails that flies, Knuckles he punches and climbs, and Bionic, well, you heard rumors about Bionic. He's that Sonic's brother I met myself, who's that very good basketball player and mechanic.
Chris takes the time to air some grievances with other students.
But moving on, the rudeness of the teenagers song. Of course, I'm talking about those despicable, rude words they got there. when they say those say like something like, oh, boop, and oh, boop, and sort of boop. You understand what I'm talking about? I mean, that just really ticks me off. And I hope this video is getting through to those students in that English class of mine. I hope to get through to it and get through to everybody else in that school that rude language is cruel. I mean, you see it, and you think it's cool to the adults, but you should never ever do it. I mean, it's just rude. Very rude.
I got news for you, Chris. People curse. That's just a way of life. Might not be classy or dignified, but people swear. People curse. It's just the way it is. God, he's so sheltered.
I mean, I'm just sick of it. I mean, yeah. And then there's that other thing, the DRUGS. I mean, that just clogs up my nose. Yeah. And that other thing, ew. Anyway,
I mean, I get it. I don't like to smell cigarettes any more than he does. And I've never been a big fan of alcohol. I remember trying beer on my 21st birthday, which ironically happened to be on the very same day that Paul Walker died. And I didn't like it at all. I had beer once, I hated it, I never had beer again. And some people in my family, they're a big fan of beers. I have an uncle, he's like 93 years old. He has like a very particular favorite brand of beer. And I have another uncle, he's also a particular connoisseur of wines and liquors and all that stuff. And that's just not me. I'd rather have soda or water if soda's not available. You know, it's not me, I'm not the drinking type.
It makes me sick to see people just waste their lives away on that. I mean, it's despicable. Despicable! You understand what I'm talking about?
He also expresses anger towards an English teacher who gave him an F on an assignment.
An F in English class? You have gotta be kidding me! I mean, an F. I do not even know when was the last time I got an F. I mean, who knows? It could have been back in old Green County. That stupid place. Yeesh. That Green County primary. Actually, it was a nice school, but then it came to Penn Green Elementary. That's probably where I got the F. Anyway, then many years go by. Then you came along and gave me an F. I mean, I started off with an A, and you just lowered it. I'm getting sick and tired of this lower thing. What do you have against the handicapped children?
I don't know, Chris. Maybe it's not the fact that you're autistic. Maybe it's the fact that you did a good job of what the teacher gave you, and that's why she gave you an F. That's something you just don't understand.
Anyway, I mean, I know my handicap is autism, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And you, Mrs. Bird, I think that F is very disrespectful. I mean, I am very emotional.
Dear Lord, even back then, you can tell how extremely entitled he is. My God.
About it. Anyway, I'm going to do my poem now, so here goes. I hear America singing as I sing of myself, and you experience as I experience. The problems of yourself are my problems. The young singing cries of happiness. The children's song is song of laughter. At age 6 weeks, I sang this song of laughter. Then at 1.5 years of age, the Lord put the mute button on me. Those are my parents' songs. They pulled me through the talk again at age 7. I'm now 16 years old and good talkative tune. Hope to achieve new goals and Mario Raceway records and to finish my homemade Nintendo Pile magazine. The magazine songs, The Ballad of Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Boy. The rudeness of the teenager's song, the despicable mention of rude words, and DRUGS. I'm not afraid to speak, despise the hazardous flukes in America's song. My song that I sing Although I talk well, my peer relationship is low and my loneliness is off the scale.
Do you believe the Bible? And I mean really believe it. Here in Israel.
In 1990,
My god, look at that. The good old days, dude.
1998, the Pokemon anime began airing in North
25 years ago, dude. 25 years ago, the same year my parents got married.
America,
And the same year that Jordan Howard kidnapped Victoria and Cole's kid, making him believe that their daughter had died right after birth.
became an instant hit. Chris, like many other children, would latch onto the Pokemon franchise. He began playing the trading card game and dressing up like the main character from the anime, Ash Ketchum. He also started hanging out at a hobby and game store.
25 years later, we're now at this anime for Pokemon Horizons. How time changes. How things change.
Called the Game Place. He would show up every Friday to play Pokemon with the other customers, and it became Chris's favourite hangout spot. Chris was featured in the local news once again, in their coverage of the Pokemon phenomenon.
Like so many other fads, it got started with a kids' TV show, and now Pokemon is a marketing phenomenon. Kids and parents line up every Saturday at this Chesterfield County bookstore, and they dig deep. How much did all this cost?
Store's limit $30 with a discount.
Then the games begin with Byzantine rules. How do you play the game?
I thought it was pronounced Byzantine.
I can't explain it, it's too long.
I'll put out my Dragonair, even though it has 60 damage on it. Oh boy. And now it has 3 energy on it. Slam attack.
So if you had the time to...
You know, I never understood a Pokemon card game, and I never really got into it. I was more interested in the Pokemon video games and the Pokemon plushies. Because the Pokemon video games were a lot simpler to me and a lot less convoluted. My nephew, he loved Pokemon card games, and he would play them all the time.
Tell me I wouldn't understand it.
No.
As a matter of fact, he was the one that taught me how to play Pokemon. He literally taught me about Pokemon. I picked up on it, and I basically ran with it ever since.
Similar to Bionic the Hedgehog, Chris started creating his own original characters set in the Pokemon universe. He began hanging his homemade Pokemon cards on his bedroom wall. Some of these include Espanolic, a Pokemon found in Spanish countries that confuses its enemies with its language. Goonball, a Pokemon known for being brighter than the sun. Compufrog, a frog Pokemon made from computer
That's a cute design.
programming. And Plautistic, described as the only Pokemon in the world with autism, and can disable its own attacks. But by far the most
that's kind of fucking dumb.
important original creation was that of Sonichu, a combination of Sonic and Pikachu. Chris explains the process of creating the character in his Chronicles of Chris Chan PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Oh my god, do you remember the days when you used to make like PowerPoint presentations with that fucking background? Do you remember those days? Holy shit.
She's beginning.
I used to make PowerPoint presentations similar to that with the background thing. Well, not like what Chris does, but you know, with the cloud, the sky background. You know, with the sky background.
What started as an idea for a CD code for a computer graphics project eventually would grow and grow and grow into his own individual character with stories and more friends and enemies along the way. Dun dun dun! I wanted to feature on my favorite hit CD lifelong hero Sonic the Hedgehog and cute newer character Pikachu, but copyright characters were prohibited from the project. So in my mind, I pondered when hit me usually. Sonic and Pikachu combined. As for his name, well, rumored to be a comparison to Sonic to a combination of Sonic and Pikachu, that was not the case. I originally played the name from Sonic's Japanese name, Soniku.
On February 24th, 2000, Chris would celebrate his 18th birthday party, a day he would recall fondly. In his own words, "I will never forget my 18th birthday party. It was the best of the rest. The weekend before my real birthday, my mother and I prepared for the party I was going to host that day. We hung balloons and streamers, and we laid refreshments on the table. At the door was 4 of my high school amigas, and one of them brought a friend. We ate pepperoni pizza and drank Pepsi. It was great. As mother lit the candles, I was filling up with ecstasy. After I blew the candles, I was presented with a big jawbreaker from Kelly, an R.L. Stein novel from Sarah, a planner with stickers from Miranda, and a rabbit doll with jelly beans from Tiffany. We watched Good Burger and had fun. After they left, it was done. What did I wish for? I'm not telling." That same year, Chris would attend the senior prom with his mother. His gal pal Tiffany Gowan would ask him to dance, something Chris cherishes to this day. Shortly after, Chris would graduate from high school. This was a very upsetting experience. Graduation for me was a sad one then. I only got recognised for my grades with a star pin, yet they had more fancier awards for more important qualities. I should have been highly recognised for my artistic talents I showed in my many art classes. I had gotten over the award ceremony on the graduation day, but to add lemon juice to an open wound, it was a dark and rainy day that day, and they handed out more talented awards right before handing out any diplomas. When I went up there to get mine, I was feeling depressed.
Again with this entitlement shit, my lord.
Upset, crestfallen, and ticked off. When the award was handed to me, I took it without looking anyone in the eye, and I did not shake anyone's hand.
How disrespectful! No wonder his dad was pissed. I kinda get that he was upset, but that's no excuse.
I just walked back to my seat in the graduating crowd. Then, soon after, I just walked the wrong way up the center aisle.
Oh, you know what's funny? When I was graduating, I think it was in college, I walked up to the stage to shake the professor's hands, and I was walking down the stairs to return to my seat. My sleeve got caught in a banister and I almost tripped. I laugh about it now because it's funny.
Found an isolated table and cried myself out. My mother found me later and comforted me. My father was ashamed of the way I acted, and he would later still be angry at recalling the moment.
Dan Fielding for the defense. You have unresolved legal issues, like, for instance, unregistered exotic animal, a lover's squabble, lewd conduct. Now, we can make that go away. My client has an everyman look. He could be mistaken for anyone in this gallery. This is Dan Fielding. I live to serve the people. Next case.
A new season of Night Court.
I'm sorry, why is that shit still on TV? Hang on a second. I gotta do something. Sorry about that. I just got like a necklace of some earrings for Christmas, and I had to take them out of the box that they came with and just put them away. Sad you wish. You know what the sad part about the whole thing is? Chris, the whole reason why he remembers Manchester High, his time at Manchester High so fondly, is because that was where he had friends. That was where he had a social life. He was able to interact with people. The minute he left high school, he didn't really have it anymore. And he basically went back home, he isolated himself from the outside world, and he basically did nothing but play video games and just make an ass of himself on the internet. That's it. That's all he did. That's all he did for the next 20 plus years. And then just... Alright, let's just skip ahead. Let's just skip ahead because I want to be done with this episode, and we're almost 2 hours in anyway. I did not expect this to be a long video. Holy crap. So, next video, I might end up doing a New Year's Eve stream. I'm going to do it as early as possible because I'm going to be celebrating with my family later on that day. So, for a New Year's Eve stream, I'm going to do more Chris Chan stuff and whatever else I want to do. Maybe I'll do some fanfic reads also. Alright, here we go. Let's skip ahead. Let's finish this.
I did not have...
That family truly is cursed.
Oh my god, does anybody remember Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt?
I see dead people.
Oh, Lou Sora.
Only at luck.
Jar Jar Binks. Formerly the most hated character in the Star Wars franchise.
Buster.
He's won $1 million! Potential Y2K computer crashes going down.
And to think everybody was freaked out by Y2K. Oh my god. My favorite Pokemon star from that generation, from the Joe generation, my absolute favorite was like Cyndaquil. But if I had to be honest, I like all three starters. They were so adorable. It's very rare I like all three stars equally. Usually I just prefer the fire starter, unless there's something about the fire starter's character design that just does not appeal to me for whatever reason. And that was the case with the Unova region. Like, I actually like Snivy. Snivy was cuter. Oshua was a close second. I didn't really like Tenpin that much.
I'm so sorry.
It's a problem.
PlayStation 2.
The Sims.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
After an emotional high school graduation, Chris enrolled in a computer-aided drafting.
I love those intro segments. Like, they basically remind you of what was going on during that time, and I'm like, oh, I remember this, or I remember that. Like, holy shit, I forgot about that.
Design course at Piedmont, Virginia Community College, at the suggestion of his father. Chris's real passion, however, was Sonichu. He began adding new characters to his fictional universe, most notably Rose-Chu, the female counterpart to Sonichu, based on Amy Rose from the Sonic franchise. In the year 2000, Chris launched Quick's Sonichu site, a website dedicated to Sonichu. He also created a Sonichu medallion from Crayola Model Magic and acrylic paint. Chris would rarely be seen without his medallion for the rest of his adult life. Chris built a Lego city in his bedroom that he would eventually call Quickville. The name is derived
That's impressive.
from Chris Chan's own initials, and would serve as the setting for his Sonichu-related characters.
NFL Sunday Ticket is now starting at $39 for the rest of the 23 season.
On Chris's 21st birthday, he was kicked out of his college English class. Chris initially gave a vague explanation for this, claiming that it was due to his autism, but later he would offer up more details. Essentially, when it came to critiquing the papers of other students, when they started talking about drug use and homosexual content, I wrote with exclamations you'd like to hear from a black person in church. Because his English teacher was male, the conflict apparently contributed to Chris's lasting resentment of men.
Oh god, Chris. Alright, so we're just gonna go all the way to the Mary Lee Walsh shit, and that's basically it. I think we're done for today. God, this is 2 hours, holy shit.
While waiting for his next class, Chris sat and cried. After realising that nobody was there to comfort him, Chris suddenly came to the conclusion that he desperately needed a girlfriend.
That's not a reason to get a girlfriend, Chris. Shit.
Around this time, Chris learned that his childhood friend and neighbour, Sarah Hammer, had started dating a magician named Wes Isley. Chris took this revelation poorly. I started when my lifelong friend, Sarah Hammer, a very pretty girl, was taken away from me by this magician jerk, Wes Isley. At first I was naive about their relationship. Later on, in spring of 2003, I tried to pick up a girl in a class I was taking at Piedmont, Virginia Community College, but she told me right off that she had a boyfriend, and it was like that with every other girl I talked to since then. Thus, I developed noviophobia. Since my fear development, I realised that I needed to attract a boyfriend-free girl, by any means necessary, with limited resources. Noviophobia is a term Chris came up with, derived from the Spanish word for boyfriend, novio. Due to his extreme social anxiety and his noviophobia, Chris began employing increasingly bizarre methods of attracting a boyfriend-free sweetheart.
Good grief, man. My lord.
Chris created what he called an attraction sign, a poster designed to advertise himself to potential sweethearts. Chris would hang this sign around PVCC campus and hover nearby in hopes that a passing female student would take interest. It read, 21 and single, white male, shy, smart, young at heart, computer skilled, humorous, a great thinker and go-getter, natural salesperson, enjoys good parts of life, diplomatic, friendly, loves his family, peaceful, very creative, he's lonely. Seeking a cute 18 to 21, single, female companion, does not already have a boyfriend, average to slender weight / body type, white, lives in Charlottesville or Ruckersville area, does not smoke or drink alcohol, happy, positive personality, average to high income, drives a vehicle. If any men read this huge sign, mind your own business. And to all men with girlfriends, except marrieds and blacks, go jump off a cliff.
What the fuck, Chris? Also, imagine if I did this shit, people would call me crazy. People would think I'm insane. And rightfully so.
Have a nice day. When this failed to attract any women, he started distributing his own newsletter around campus called Sonitude's News Dash. Each new issue contained poetry, details about Sonitude, and other ramblings, but primarily served as a way for Chris to share his skewed views on various topics and to advertise his desire for a girlfriend. At the end of every issue, he would include an entry with similar content to his attraction sign. He also created a MySpace profile with a similar purpose. These measures.
Oh, my niece had a MySpace at that time. Well, I never got into MySpace, you know. Actually, the very first social media website I signed up for was like, I think Facebook, and that wasn't until I was a lot older. I was like, maybe high school. I was like towards the end of high school, I think.
Proved ineffective at attracting potential girlfriends, but Chris's antics would begin to draw some unwanted attention. Word of his attraction sign soon made it to the Dean of Student Affairs at PVCC.
My god, this poor woman. Holy shit. The amount of bullshit she had to deal with from Chris. I hope she's enjoying her retirement away from his crap and idiocy. My lord. Damn, I wish somebody could take her out to dinner or something. Like maybe an apology dinner or something. Like maybe an Olive Garden or a Mexican restaurant or maybe some nice restaurant or something.
Mary Lee Walsh. After reading the advertisement and realising it essentially amounted to solicitation, she showed up with security and told him to take the sign down and that he wouldn't get a girlfriend using this.
Okay, so she basically tells him, Chris. So she's like, Chris, this is not the way to get a girlfriend. You can't do this. This is not acceptable behavior. And you wanna know what his response was? his response was to turn her into a stereotypical villainous witch in his comics, in his web comics. He basically turns her into a stereotypical evil, conniving witch in his comics, man. Holy shit. My God.
Method. Chris took this run-in very personally. That evil witch of the private villa of corrupted citizens, Mary Lee Walsh, a bunch of non-blue.
That's what he called his fucking college, my lord. And he called the cops that he thinks were harassing him jerk-offs. When all they were doing their fucking jobs. And that was something that his friend Megan Schroeder rightfully pointed out.
Blue or black impersonating jerk-ops, manor jerks, and every other son/daughter of a bitch mocked me and even crumbled my efforts and threw them into my face. It was serious heart-shattering insults like that which literally shattered my heart to almost nothing and murdered my soul. Like as if I didn't already understand that love can't be hurried, but they all left a huge impression among the general population that having a sweetheart was illegal in Virginia. Thus, Virginia is for virgins, not lovers.
Okay. Alright. You know what? I have a response to that, motherfucker. I have a response to that. Virginia's for virgins, huh? Virginia's for virgins, huh? Look at this picture. Look at this fucking picture. You know where these people are originally from? Roanoke, Virginia. That's right. Jen Lilly was born and raised in Virginia. She met her husband, Jason, while she was attending college at the University of Virginia. They got married right before she started her acting career. They have been married for over a decade. They have 4 children, 2 adopted, 2 biological. They have a happy, healthy, loving marriage, which is a rarity in Hollywood. Jason, my impression of Jason, he's a good, decent, loving guy who loves and supports his wife's career. And is there to support her in all of her successes and endeavors. So miss me with that bullshit that Virginia is for virgins. Miss me with that bullshit. Moving on.
Just as Chris came up with his own words for his fear of the infinitely high boyfriend factor, he would expand his vocabulary further with words like jerk-op, a combination of the words jerk and cop. Shortly after banning the attraction sign, Mary Lee Walsh discovered the newsletter that Chris was distributing and banned that as well. In January 2004, Chris was summoned.
On second thought, maybe I should take this late apology dare myself. I'll just take her off guard and give her the most delicious fettuccine Alfredo with breadsticks. She'll probably appreciate that.
To a meeting with Walsh and was once again told that he could not, under any circumstance, distribute the newsletter or display his attraction sign. Chris was furious, writing in his diary, "Mary Lee Walsh made it illegal to distribute my news dash. I am very angry at that bitch. In response, I plan to incite the masses and hope they demand the return of the news dash so my chance on getting a girlfriend can be restored. I've also declared war on them as well." As his declaration of war, Chris sent an angry letter to Walsh, which included a drawing of an intimidating glare. Mary Lee Walsh interpreted this as harassment, which initiated an official investigation into the matter. On September 16, 2004, after several disciplinary hearings, Chris was suspended from Piedmont, Virginia Community College for a full year.
And we're done here. We're done for today, folks. Like I said, this was a very long-ass video. Very long video. And I strained my voice enough. So I'm gonna give myself a break. And we're done for today. And hopefully, if I'm still feeling better and I don't get worse, I'm gonna do another stream on New Year's Eve. So, if you like this video, subscribe and have a very Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, have a very happy holiday. Or Kwanzaa. Or whatever religion you believe in. Good day, everybody. And so long. Phoenix Girl signing off.